Hey everybody, this is Nate. Nightwatch N8, that is. I guess who wants in? You okay? Hey. Hey. He's deaf. Welcome back. It's a really windy day today. It's really windy up here. Haven't been feeling best lately either. I gotta get my health situation figured out, you know what I mean? A lot of us probably have that problem. I know a lot of it's bad lifestyle choices. Yes. Doing things, drinking substances that dehydrate your body, whatever those could be, and staying up too late, eating late, not enough exercise. What else? We think of a few things. So I'm just kind of pacing here in the trailer. If you've noticed, other than all that, latest video was a little dark, and I've kind of had this feeling of foreboding, I guess you could say. And I don't know, I think it's not unjustified. You know, it's not like an overwhelming, I'm not like, curled up in a ball on the floor or something. But, the more you inform yourself, study these things that are going on right now, these insane policies that are being rolled out on the largely seemingly unsuspecting population, exploiting people's good natures, exploiting their love of their own children to further the agenda of vaccinating every single, it seems like, member of the population, without exemptions. You can't claim, like Aaron Rodgers did, that you're allergic to an ingredient within one of these jabs, because that's not acceptable. Everybody must receive the mark. And I'm not saying that that's the mark. I'm saying that this is the mindset that they are incubating in the population right now. It's authoritarian God of forces, mandates. What can we force people to comply with? And it's this it's all due to our negligence. It's all due to our ineptness as citizens. We're not supposed to be pushovers. We're not supposed to be ignorant and fools. And that's the thing. I came up with this saying. I know I come up with these little catchy sayings all the time, but in a nation of fools, the experts become gods, right? And that's how we're supposed to look up to these different health agencies and these different, like America's doctor, Fauci. He's basically, and people have depicted him as a saint, and it's not far from fact. If you have no other faith system, religion, whatever that you subscribe to, what are you going to do? Are you going to follow the science? You're going to follow the priesthood of modern science. And how dangerous is that when you know how, if you've done any looking into the topic, you know how easy it is for these agencies to be captured, to be controlled, to be manipulated for an agenda, right? Other than public health. And a lot of different great freedom fighters out there, like I consider, RFK Jr. Here he is. RFK Jr. is one of them. Hey, come here. Where you at? He just keeps meowing and never comes to the door. Of course, Del Bigtree, the investigative journalist, badass that he is, and all the guests that he's had on the show, all these different experts, literal experts in this exact field that we're all discussing, like Robert Malone, Dr. Mike Eden, all these experts. They're heroes in my book, and they put it all on the line. Really, they didn't have to risk their reputations. They spent their lives trying to be experts in those different fields, and you know what? They've been moved. Their conscience, they still have a conscience, and I think that's the separating factor. Their conscience has been so moved that they just felt that it's necessary to stand up. And every one of those experts, by the way, has said there's no rational reason to administer this stuff to kids. Yet, full-blown rollout. Our ass clowns, pardon my language, but our ass clown of a governor just stated, by January, it's the state's goal to have over 50% of the child population, 5 to 11-year-olds. I don't think so, but you're a frickin', and he's just a clown. He's a literal clown that has no idea. I mean, he claimed he injected his own kid. It's like, wow, that's great, bud. You're an idiot, okay? You're a complete frickin' idiot, and you're a self-serving little idiot. You're a greedy little idiot. You're a power-hungry little idiot, and you're obviously mentally ill. And unfortunately, people have decided that you are capable of running the office of governor, and that's how far we've fallen. I see it as a society, as a country, as a nation. We're being ruled by these freaking idiot tyrants. These imbeciles, these overgrown children are ruling over us. And we put up with it? That's my question. Like, how long do we put up with it? And I'm speaking to the men, the real women, the real men in society that they want to keep shaming into submission and posing, up there on their pedestals on the moral high ground, belittling us and our arguments and our what we stand for. Shaming, bullying, and we're just supposed to keep laying down and taking it, right? And just keep taking it because, you know what? Yeah, you're right. We're bad. We're bad people because we don't want to inject our kids. We don't want to line them up for a medical experiment. Yeah, we're bad people. Yeah, we wish harm upon our own children because we don't want to, just blindly, kiss the boot of the state, the captured state, the captured health agencies and their BS recommendations. We're the bad ones. Yeah, and you guys are the good ones. You super ignorant. Just do as you're told. Don't go study, don't go research anything yourself. No, just listen to everything the experts on the, paid for by Pfizer idiot box tell you is, from on high. I mean, this is literally like manna dropped from heaven right now. Squeezed out into a little clear substance, put into a syringe, and injected into your kids. This is manna from heaven right now. Big pharma manna, right? So my question is, and it's just been really eating me up and putting another, it's a little dark, I'll admit. Next video is a little dark. And it's kind of my alter ego, I guess you could say. I get my little dark room. I get a little lost in my imagination sometimes. And so I had some fun with effects and all that. But trying to keep it entertaining too. I mean, it's got to be entertaining, right? If you're not being entertained, you're not going to watch. You're not going to listen. You're not going to learn. And hopefully I get feedback from my audience too. I'm not just here on preaching to my own choir of self, I guess. So yeah, I got a little dark, but it's just this frustration and this is just to think that my own countrymen, right, speaking all founding fatherish, citizens of this nation would be that gullible, that ignorant, that dumbed down, that fearful and pathetic to just do as they're told. Up to the extent to not have any clue, evidently, of the actual numbers, the actual science behind the science that they're promoting, and to line up your own children. You know, the ones you love the most. You know, the ones that you would supposedly die for. Just because you're told. Just because you've been told. And you're that fearful and pathetic, feeble-minded, and ignorant, and just ruled over by your own fears, media-generated fears, that you're willing to do that. You're willing to go to that extent. Was it 11,000, I think, on the first day or two, governor said. Kids. That to me is scary as hell. That is scary as hell. If we're in that condition in this country, if we've reached that state, wow. What's going to happen when some real, serious SHIT, trying to keep it kosher for the kids out there, when the real crap goes down, when some real fearful things are unfolding on this earth, and you don't know day to day, you're actually seeing body counts, you're actually seeing morgues filled up, you're actually seeing the grave diggers, the coffin builders, overwhelmed, like happened during the Spanish flu. A real pandemic. What's going to happen then, or the next whatever crisis, the next one, it seems like, as predicted, is the climate crisis, this war on the climate, and the world leaders right now conspiring together. COP26 that I'm still working on a podcast about, by the way, before it's old news. It's coming out soon. It's just a big process. Takes a lot of research. Yeah, they're actively discussing, these quote-unquote world leaders that are, obviously just, their handlers are the global elite, the uber wealthy, the old wealth that have been stockpiling wealth for generations, family wealth, like the Rothschilds. Yes, even the Vatican. Yes, the longest lasting man-made institution that has been hoarding real estate and relics for hundreds and hundreds of years. That old wealth. They're going to sit up there and pontificate, appropriate word, about how we all, us guys, me here in this little trailer that I'm, not sure what the square footage is, but it's like, a 28-foot trailer. We're using too much resources. Yeah, we need to change our lifestyles. Yeah, we're living too much of an exorbitant, out of control lifestyle. Us guys, us little guys, need to change our lifestyles. Not them, right? No, they'll hold on to their monopoly on power, on wealth, on lands, on uber technology, because this is basically a reboot of the Dark Ages with uber technology for the royalty, the elite. That's a great idea, right? Let's all sign up for that. And unfortunately, we don't really have a choice at this point. But I see it in a not too distant future where people will have had enough. And it's going to get ugly at that point. French Revolution 2.0 on a worldwide scale. It's not going to be pretty. Bring out the guillotines again, right? Anyway, so this is just my thoughts lately. I'm just, racked by all these different dark emotions, I guess, and I'm trying to kind of, this is my therapy, right? These, still got cherry tomatoes, by the way, black cherry tomatoes. Still eating them. Sorry, a little hungry. But, this is my way of, self-therapy, I guess, creating these videos. And if some of my weird, dark, subconscious kind of slips out now and then, I apologize, but I've always been kind of an artist, and that's just what comes out. So, what comes out, what comes out, comes out. And admittedly, sometimes it's it's a little dark. But I think these are dark times, and people don't realize, I mean, you have to really have your head buried deep, deep. You know, in about I was trying to keep it kosher. In the sand, let's just keep it with sand, concrete, I don't know, in order to not see how evil this agenda really is that's being rolled out on the largely unsuspecting population. And you know, me personally, as a whatever, you know, as a man, as a Christian mainly, just to see the good natures of people, to see their own ignorance being used against them, and more than anything, just to see the innocence the Bible describes as the innocence. Just get the brunt of this psychological warfare campaign targeting the little kids now. Openly discussions on the media. How can we manipulate little kids to, you know, get this little injection that they're all afraid of? Rightfully so. Well, you know what's important? Their social circles, you know? Let's tell them. This is literally what I heard on the news. These ass clown, pathetic, fake journalists discussing these topics. Well, you know, if they want to see their loved ones this holiday season, everybody loves the holidays, you know, Thanksgiving's coming up. Let's tell them that this will be to keep Granny safe, right? Total lie, by the way. Total freaking lie. And the mindset that it takes for somebody to think that way, that you're going to exploit a little kid's humanity, right? We're social beings, right? And you're going to exploit a little kid's emotions in order to con them into getting injected with something that's completely unnecessary, and more than that, dangerous. Dangerous precedent has been set. And if we go along with this, seriously, people, what are we going to go along with next? This is insane. This is insane. This should have never gone this far. So anyway, that's where I've been lately. And yeah, if you got any ideas, I personally feel we should all be doing more to fight this tide of evil. And I'm trying to do my own on my own little small bubble of content and viewers, and other than that, I'm just trying to stay afloat here, stay fed, and keep the county off our backs, trying to sell some things on the property. That's what I've been doing. So yeah, if I'm pacing, wearing a hole in the floor, a little taste of it anyway. And like I say, bear in mind when you watch my next couple of videos, if things get a little dark, that's where I've been lately. And I'll get over it, but I don't know how else to express. I mean, you can't just come out anymore on these completely controlled platforms and actually just say what you want to say anymore, so I got to be kind of creative on conveying a message. And it's just the way things are anymore. We're living in this new America. And it's basically just going to get worse. If we're students of Bible prophecy, we know that America will turn its back on everything that it once stood for. But that doesn't mean that you don't stand up while you still can, while you still have rights. And try. I think we'll all be judged on how we confront tyranny, how we confront evil, even how we vote. We'll be judged according to the light that we have, according to what we know is right and wrong, and how we act on that knowledge. So anyway, God bless everybody. Have a good weekend. Sorry for eating while I'm recording, but I'm nervous. No, I'm just joking. I'm alright. I'm not that bad. Just get closer to God. Keep your family close to you. Protect your kids. Protect the innocents. Stand up for those who are being openly exploited right now, who have the whole system, this evil government, and all their evil little agendas focused like a laser beam right now on the weak, the vulnerable members of society, the innocents, the children, the ones that don't know any better. They trust their parents, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of the parents are just completely idiot. Intellectually derelict. Irresponsible. Fearful little babies that have been just intentionally kept in this infantile state their whole lives. And when they're confronted with what they perceive as a real threat, what are they going to do? They're going to do what little babies do, and they're going to have a little tantrum, and they're going to kick and scream. And then when the government comes around with its little pacifier in the form of a needle, they're going to latch onto it, and they're going to just suck on that thing. And they're going to think, oh, thank you, government. You're always there to take away my fears, relieve my anxieties. Anyway, I'm just ranting at this point. Thanks for listening, everybody. God bless. Stay tuned. There's like I said, hopefully either by tonight or Sunday, 8 o'clock maybe, I'll release that latest dark one. It's kind of a follow-up to the Fires of Molech video, which turned out interesting, right? It's kind of a introspective thing. Like I said, this is kind of therapy for me right now. It's trying to maintain. It's how I always have done as an artist. I always just try to get those thoughts, get those ideas, get those emotions out any way I can. And a lot of times I'm misunderstood, and a lot of times people are like, this guy has a whack job. But hey, somebody's got to do it. You don't want to be just average, mundane Joe Blow, Billy Bob. Got to keep life interesting. And I don't know, that's just how I have fun. As an artist, I just try to create and get people to see things in a different light sometimes. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless. We'll see you.